Let's run away. You can't stand this anymore, and I can't stand to see you cry again.
Hello, what's up, everybody? I am Jesse Goku, your host of the Geeks 5 Hour Podcast. The one, the only, that's right, the Geeks 5 Hour Podcast. Now, 20% with more chips. Joining us always is our host, co-host, Raph, the Super Jew.
Upgraded.
Jace.
Woo, Pringles.
I had a brain fart. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling too good today. It is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. I hope. Right?
Sure.
Yes, it still is.
Still 2020.
No, I mean it's August 11th.
That is
Yes.
also true.
At this point, if Godzilla just roamed through downtown, if I just saw
I would love that, to be totally honest with y'all.
I would just be like, "Thank you, 2020, for being consistent."
Could
There
we
you
get
go.
him as a guest? That's the real question.
I still want Jesus. That is still my number one guest request. I want that specific
Find
Jesus.
that Jesus.
Hashtag find Jesus. Don't do that because we might start some kind of Christian revolution.
We're gonna tagged in a bunch of weird shit.
Suddenly there's like a bunch of Jesus people Jesusing up my neighborhood.
Whatever.
Jesus. Dandelion
here
says
for you.
first to
Yeah,
comment.
Dandelion getting that first comment.
That's right. Yay.
Go,
All right, so
girl.
we have as you've noticed once again, Keyblade Sonic is late again. Right
More
when
than we are.
Yeah, well, we were running late today, but yesterday we started 10 minutes early. Today we're starting 10 minutes late. So, well, actually we're 15 minutes late, but
Keep that balance.
yeah, so yesterday, for those of you that didn't see it yesterday,
You missed it.
you missed it. We had John Bailey, the epic voice guy, on here. It was really fun. He was on here. He said he'd be back in an hour. He came back 20 minutes later, and we had a great podcast.
I almost died laughing. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, Raph was so excited. Raph didn't wear pants. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, it was No Pants Monday. Y'all missed.
no pants
Stuff.
Monday.
Oh, those weekdays.
Well, we had a few things to talk about yesterday, but we totally so we didn't have anything planned yesterday. We were like, man, what the fuck are we gonna talk about?
We had topics. We just usual Monday stuff.
Yeah, like hey, Monday. Ugh, Monday.
And then John was on, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yes, Diana, you totally missed it. The podcast is still available to be watched. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook. The video's up right now. You can still watch it. It was great. You missed it. I was wondering where you were because I felt like you would have enjoyed that. Dandelion was here. Dandelion enjoyed it. Everyone got to ask questions. Everybody got to interact with him a bit.
We got questions already.
The question in there is, how did we book Epic Voice Guy? We had to sell our kidneys, for one.
But no. The question was, how did... Oh, okay, I see it. Dandelion
Yeah, how
says-
does we know how to read, Jesse.
Well, no, okay. I'm not looking at the video. I'm looking at the
Oh.
studio.
Right.
And in the studio, it only shows 2 questions at a time.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Because there's a lot going on my screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have nobody watching on Twitch. Twitch is fucking pissed at us.
Aw.
How dare you
Sorry,
not
Twitch.
play video games and show us girls in skimpy clothing.
Well, yesterday, no pants, so that's y'all's problem. Hey, Sonic's trying to get in.
I
Too
see
bad.
that.
He's late.
He's late.
He's got to
He
go to the
must take
principal's
the
office.
walk of shame.
Get his pink slip.
His pink slip.
That's firing.
Bathroom pass. Nope, that's another thing.
Okay.
Hall
Hall
pass.
pass.
He needs his parents to sign this
Something.
form saying he got in trouble.
I admitted him. I allowed him to join. So we're just waiting for his thing to kick
How do
in.
you fall asleep during the podcast? What?
Who fell asleep during the podcast?
I'm not going to name names. You read the comments.
Yes, I do. I do need a second screen. I do, but I need $10 to buy a VGA cable to connect from my laptop to. It's not a monitor. It's an old HD TV. I was just going to connect it to that, but
So Sonic's invisible.
Sonic's room is here.
Sonic's Rooms made it to the podcast, but
That's
Sonic is invisible.
when you sign in digitally, but you're not really at work.
no, it's the
Sonic's
dog.
room is connecting to the audio.
Doggo shows up on the stream. Arf.
Puppy.
The dog
Quality
shows up. So if the dog shows up, we're obligated to talk about Anime Matsuri.
There you go.
Oh,
Did we answer the
Carlos,
questions
you only
yet?
saw you only saw an hour. You missed the second hour. He was here. He was here for like an hour and a half extra.
I think he was
Killing.
here for a total of 2 hours.
There he
but Our
is.
entire thing
There
is
he
2
is.
minutes,
We-
2 hours and 30 minutes.
We thought,
thought
your
you were
dog.
invisible.
We thought your dog logged you in. Like,
Or like a ghost.
Really did. Sorry. It was because my dog wanted me to give him some treats. I was like, okay,
hey, he's like, you're not talking about Matsuri, so give me a treat.
There you go.
exactly.
You wanna keep me quiet.
The draw has arrived.
So Daniel, so how did y'all book Epic Voice Guy? Isn't he hard to book? We asked him that question last night, if he's hard to book, and he said no. He's really not.
Mm-mm.
But you can
pretty
thank
flexible.
you can thank Raph.
Yep.
Hi. Yeah.
Big claps.
Big claps. Yes,
Thanks.
big claps.
We will give you the fancy
yeah.
clap.
Cool. No, yeah, Epic Voice Guy and I, we've hung out at a few Transformers conventions, and so I've just talked to him on and off for the past few years, and yeah, literally, it was just this past Sunday night, and we were like, we need some guests for this week. I was like, well, let me just see if some of my voice actor friends want to do something, and these guys thought I didn't know anybody.
Oh my God! Did that become a running fucking joke now?
It will be.
No, not that. No, somebody, Dandelin's like, I'm so glad your internet didn't die last night.
Right?
Yeah, I'm so glad it did. Yeah, it's starting to become
my
the running
God.
joke now.
That is
What
the running joke now.
fuck? I'm
That is the running.
I'm working
But it is
really
great, right?
hard.
You got all that gold. 2.5 hours worth of gold is still on
YouTube.
online.
So if you want to check it out,
YouTube
go to
and
the
Facebook.
YouTube page and it's right there. And Facebook.
And it dies
Yeah,
on us.
check it out.
It didn't.
It's because I've built enemies. I've built enemies
is
by
true.
China,
reporting the news.
FBI.
True.
Matsuri, and
China,
amazing.
China is so happy that they sent me free bootleg Dragon Ball Z merchandise.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
just to spite you, they're like, haha, this guy
Yeah.
likes Dragon Ball. We're sending fake ones.
Yeah. Matsuri, I could totally see John outside cutting my internet cable. Report on me, will you?
But yeah. No, we just asked him. He was like, "Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything tonight." So
Yeah, sure.
Literally,
Like,
that's
oh
it.
yeah, no, but it was more like, yeah, I'll be on your podcast. Awesome tonight. What?
It's like threw a curveball.
Well, I had asked the guys like, okay, so what days do we want him? And so we were like, yeah, Monday, Friday, or next week, or whatever. So I was like, okay, so Monday, Friday, next week. He's like, tonight's good. I was like, well, damn, okay.
And yeah, and then you told us, and we're over here scrambling like, oh shit, what do we
It
do?
was
Do we-
5:30. What?
What?
You got a good setup too. Look at that, the microphone.
We had to be
All
like,
four
we
of us have
made
Yetis.
sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Look at this. And also, it comes with a friend.
There you go.
Mine's Goku.
I would
I
put
got-
mines, but the camera would focus on it. Makes it
NASA.
funnier.
Right.
It makes it funny.
Right
Mine's
here.
a
I say
fluffy
do it.
Ironhide.
I said, let's try Sonic. See if that focus on it.
See what that does.
Maybe it was focused on Coco because Coco's a girl.
Yeah, so let's experiment that. So let's say.
What ruins it more?
Epic Voice Guy carried your internet, so that's why it worked.
There we go.
AT&T was like, oh shit, they got somebody good on there. Let's make sure he's got a good signal.
Right.
They tried to cut down the bandwidth, but his voice was just so powerful. It just
Well,
bust
okay,
right
so
through
there
that
are
wall.
things that I've done to make sure that the computer's working much better. It was directly on my desk, so now it's elevated to
Oh, so
where
it's
it'll
wired.
ventilate better. It
Okay.
won't overheat as much. Try to touch it. Yeah, it's hot, but it's not as hot. Like last time when it was
Okay.
having issues and we cut off early, I could barely touch it.
Was like does your lap? I mean, is it the desk? Is it the tower, right? Or is
No,
it
it's the laptop. I'm using the
Oh,
laptop.
laptop.
I'm selling the
Okay.
tower.
Oh, okay.
His voice is too powerful for AM to cut the wires.
There you go.
Yeah, we had a great audience yesterday. We had our, I think our record is like 30 people at once. We came really close, really close.
Mhm.
But no, definitely, like it was very last minute. We didn't have enough time to advertise for it. I felt like if we would have had a week to advertise, we would have gotten like at least 100 people on here.
Right. I'll talk to him and see if he wants to do something in the future, maybe in like a month or two.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Got
Or
Space it
sooner.
out.
What, yeah,
we'll
just
book him for a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make sure we'll do it when he's not eating fucking dinner.
Oh, he probably
Well, that's
eats
not-
at 7.
Well, that time difference.
Yeah, time zones.
Yeah, he's in California, remember?
We can do it at 5.
Oh, okay. You want to do that? Wait, 5 his time or 5 our time?
5 our time since he eats at 7 our time.
That'd be 3. Okay, yeah, that might work. Yeah, I can talk to him about it.
We'll figure
We
something
can
out.
we'll come up with solutions.
So stay
Solutions.
tuned, y'all.
Stay tuned. Why did you say it like that though? Like we're okay, podcast is over. Everybody
over.
go home.
We're done.
Actually,
but I'll-
I don't
Wait.
feel good today. I honestly don't feel good
Oh.
today.
So
Oh,
we're
no, he's about to disintegrate on the camera.
Motherfucker.
Nah, Thanos knew better. He needs someone to mow his lawn.
And also, you kind of went through his ass at Palooza anyway.
Yeah.
went through his.
Only like 10 people realized what I was doing. I was cosplaying Ant-Man and I had the Avenger sweater and I had the helmet and I had these pillows that I put in purple sheets and I hot glued them together to look like ass cheeks and I had my head through them.
For people who don't understand the reference, there's that theory that Ant-Man could have went through Thanos' through his ass and just fucking
That's
Thanos
shrink
theory.
out
Right.
and expand.
So I was cosplaying going into Thanos' ass.
Someone made a Funko out of it too. It was actually pretty funny.
Right?
That's pretty clever.
That was me at Comic Palooza.
Yep, that was him then. When he was the one who had Thanos go through his ass.
That was funny though. Like only 10
It
people
was. As
realized
soon
what
as
I was
I was like-
doing.
As soon as
People
I
were
saw it, I was like, I took a photo of it, and people were like liking the photo. They're like, "Oh my god, he really did do that."
oh no, Diana was busy because the laundry was overpiled.
The laundry can wait 2 hours.
That's right. You should have done the laundry on Sunday.
Or early in the day.
But my number one guest. So like, what are some guests? Y'all had told us yesterday some guests that y'all would like us to bring in. Share with us that information. Like, who would you like for us to bring into the podcast that you would like to like ask questions? Because one of the cool things about our podcast is not only did we have the epic voice guy, but y'all were able to ask questions without having to pay. Like, because most podcasts, like if you want to get your comments, you have to pay like the super pass or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah, cons and all that stuff, like the VIPs.
Well, no. Have you ever seen the podcast interviews where like you have to be a super fan to get your like for them to
Oh,
First members and things.
Maybe I like Wizard World and some of that stuff. Like I said, BotCon and TFCon is super chill. So this is my plug when all this stuff comes back on and we can venture out in the world. All of y'all need to come to like BotCon and TFCon where all the for all these Transformers.
TRF?
There's no TFCon.
TGI
It's
Fridays?
Transformers Con.
Transformers Con. Yeah.
Although it's
So-
one word, so would you read
Yeah,
it?
it's a bunch of letters.
We're gonna show up dressed as bears.
Whatever you want to do. No one gives a
Robo
shit.
I don't,
It's super
I don't
chill.
know. I don't know.
It's super chill. Like
Will I
I
be-
said, because I've just gotten to know like not just the staff and the volunteers, but the actors too. Like I've been able to, like most convention, like I try all the time just to really talk to the actors and just be like, yeah, I'm not just a random fangirl. Like I'm interested in what you guys do.
mhm.
And so sometimes it's like I'm trying to have a conversation. Of course, they have to go to like panels or do this or do that. And so I try to follow them. And some staff members, volunteers, they're like really anal about it. They're like, no, you can't follow us. And it's like, fuck you guys, I'm following like right behind you. But like TFCon and BotCon, I've been able, like, it's such a close knit community. A lot of us know each other anyway. So the staff and the volunteers are like, oh yeah, you're talking, like, come on, girl, like, get over here. I've been able to like just literally just talk to these people all of the time. And
Dandelion said she'll go with you.
done. Let's go, girl.
Mitchell says, did I hear bears? Will I be really welcome there? Oh,
As a
Diana
bear?
says that I was busy spending time with the boyfriend on Sunday. Oh,
Well, that's fine.
No, everybody's supposed to say, oh.
Oh,
Man, it's like, we sound like drunks. We're all off tune. There's like an echo. Hey. That's
He's being
fine.
game theorists.
Do the
I don't know
laundry
who-
together, like make it a date.
Yeah, there you go.
Do they want us to bring Matt Pat from Game Theory?
Yeah, because when you get married and live together, you're gonna see
I guess, I don't know.
each
That's
other's
just something
laundry
I see in the
anyway.
comments. I don't know who the game theorist is, but sure, we'll try.
We'll try. I'll send him a threatening letter. Be on our podcast or else.
He started a new channel called Food Theorist, and because he ran out of film and game ideas,
Wow.
Oh, so
so he's scraping the bottom of the barrel. So go to food now.
one of the things we've been talking about as a group, not only bringing in more guests, but releasing more content. So I'm happy to say that I'm going to be doing the death battle thing every 2 weeks from now on.
Cool.
Well, whenever the next death battle, because they always do it monthly.
Yeah, but it's going to be a
they
Facebook
changed it,
exclusive. It's every 2 weeks. They said 10 episodes every 2 weeks. But it's going to be exclusive on Facebook because I don't want to get my fucking YouTube channel deleted. Dennis, like, I've already washed some of his clothes already, though. Man, you are a trooper.
Was he in them?
No, Diana's pretty innocent.
But yeah, like what other surprise content or exclusive content should we do?
We should totally get everybody as a group. Releasing more sharks, Jesse? Yes. I'm going to buy a shark costume.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
And
wondering
run
why
around-
you haven't done it yet.
Left
I'm
shark.
going to buy a shark costume and run around the TRF playing Baby Shark doo 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 doo, Baby Shark doo 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 doo.
And that's when he
Baby
got
Shark
shot
doo, doo.
13 times with a bow.
Fuck no. You know how many times I've gone through the TRF campgrounds blasting that shit?
Dressed as a shark?
No, just dressed
So that
as a
puts a
Mexican.
big ass target on you.
Do more man eater.
You know what? I'd probably scare them like, holy shit, I better stop drinking and doing drugs because I just saw a shark walk through here.
I was gonna say, you
Land
can
shark.
come dressed as bears to a TF con, but you're probably gonna get more nods as a shark because there's a couple of shark transformers. I don't know any bears.
Shark formers.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm down to cosplay street
Yeah,
sharks.
Street sharks.
Street sharks would be cool too. No, yeah, like what are they called? Skybite and what was it? He's just on Hammerbite or some shit like that.
Yeah, getting some independent game developers would be nice. It's really hard to find them because, I don't know. I'm having trouble finding some. And then and when we do find one, we're having issues getting them on because they're like, I don't really want to talk about it.
Very hush hush with their NDAs.
Right, because they don't want to talk about it because their project's not out yet, or they don't want to talk about it because, I don't know.
Put it on the list. It's on the list.
Who has
I
an
typed it in.
iPhone? There's been people asking Siri to choose what they should dress up as for Halloween.
Oh, really?
Really?
I have an iPhone. It's not
Hey,
in my room.
Hey, Google,
I got one too.
what should I dress
Ask
up as
her.
for Halloween?
Should I ask her? Okay.
Yeah, ask her.
Oh, I
All right.
can totally help with that.
Fuck you.
Hold on. Nice costumes. Great use of burlap. Here you go. Run along and have fun. I need to have
Is-
someone now. Okay, let me assess your costume interests with a few questions.
Oh God.
Okay, here we
Which
go.
is the more
Should have said something.
You killed it.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
you-
I should have said anything.
You want me
Yes.
to do us?
Ask
I got.
Siri.
I got
Ask Siri.
Siri.
need all the help they can get. Thanks for that. Here's another one. Do you change your toothbrush every few months?
Yes.
For sure, that is the least gross answer of the two. Okay, one more thing. If you're running away from a pack of zombies and you trip and fall down, would you make a silly sound?
Yes.
Ay, Dios mío.
Wow, I bet the zombies would totally eat that up. That's it. Let's find out what you got. You seem like the gregarious type, so grab a partner and create a two-person horse costume.
Aww.
One of you can be a horse's head and the other a horse's back. If you end up in bass, try to add personality with dance moves. Thanks for playing. Do you want to try again?
No.
All right, Siri's turn.
Try again later, if you like.
All right, so we're gonna do Siri.
Okay, now we're gonna do Siri. So Google
Oh.
says that we should be a horse. Jace, you're my horse's ass.
El
Alright.
burro.
El burro. Well, let's ask Siri. Now,
All right.
welcome to our brand new segment called Let's Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, what should I be for Halloween this year?
Jump up and down, over and over, and shake your fist. You can tell people you're anti-gravity.
Jump up and down, over and over, and shake your fist. You can tell people you're anti-gravity.
I like Google's response better. You could be the
That
horse.
was interesting.
Actually,
Who's got-
let me
who's
ask
got
it
an
again. See if it
Alexa?
gives me a different one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
ask,
do that.
ask Siri again.
All right, let me do Siri. Then I'll do Alexa. All right, Alexa, turn off.
Can't say
Okay.
her name.
Hey Siri, what should I be for Halloween this year?
Whatever you've always wanted to be.
Well, that's very wholesome of it.
Siri,
A
you suck.
podcaster.
Hey,
podcast.
Google. Tell me a joke.
No.
Did you hear about the two antennas that got married? The ceremony was okay, but the reception was great.
Actually, I'm about to. All right, I'll ask Alexa, what should I be for Halloween this year?
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get it closer. Got to move some shit around.
Hey, Google.
I don't know what a Jeeves and a Bixby.
I
don't know
remember.
what those are.
I remember Jeeves. Ask Jeeves.
Oh, those are days, man.
I
Oh,
found
that was
all the
Ask
answers on
Jeeves.
Google.
Yeah, I thought so
Jeeves is an
too.
excellent butler, and I admire that.
Damn. He's
All right,
the
here we
help.
go.
Okay, here we go. Shush.
Alexa, what should I be for Halloween this year?
Get yourself a tunic and shield as you skillfully wield your sarcasm as a deadly weapon. When people ask you who you are, say, "Oh yeah," like you didn't know. It is I, Joan of Snark.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
Let's see if Google will give us a different response. 'Cause all I have is Google. I have an Android phone
All right.
and Google. Hey, Google.
Snark.
Remember to turn Alexa off.
What should I be
Fuck.
for Halloween?
None of your business.
Oh, I can totally help with that.
Ah, it's gonna ask me the damn questions again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Google, stop.
Sure, canceled.
Canceled.
El,
That's right.
El burro
Oh.
de Mexico.
Hey, Google. Cuss.
Google is over, party.
Okay, but please don't tell my engineers I said this. Whole gigabytes, megabits.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Employee.
Let me ask
great.
it again, actually.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Hey
great.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween this year?
Be a sign wiggler. It's such a lively way of communicating.
Be a sign wiggler. It's such a lively way of communicating.
I prefer employed.
Employed.
Oh my god. So speaking of AI, my phone keeps pressing the laugh react for me every time I laugh. What the fuck? Maybe it's automated. The machines are taking over.
Maybe he is a machine.
Dun, dun, dun. Didn't we have subjects to talk about today?
No.
I
No.
have an important thing to mention.
Oh.
Due to the COVID crisis, Dr. Pepper is at a shortage.
Yes,
an emergency.
that's right. That's a legit thing.
You were hoarding toilet paper. Go get that Dr. Pepper now before it's too late.
Yeah, go sell it. And
This
that
is
is
reported by Fox News and other places, so it's got to be somewhat true.
It's legit, yeah.
Right,
And even
they
this
have a
morning, Dr. Pepper came out and said it too.
Right, yeah, there was shortage, but right now they're releasing whatever they have left, and they still have a lot.
Mm.
We'll have
And,
to reduce it down to 22 flavors.
That's right.
22 flavors.
So I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and get some.
So get a fountain drink dispenser and just get the syrup, and then just.
Hey, yeah. So Dr. Pepper's at a shortage. I feel like I need to make an emergency phone call. 911. Did you hear the news? Especially that Dr. Pepper with the cream soda flavor. Ugh. Cherry Dr. Pepper is great. Hey Google. Self-destruct.
Okay, self-destructed. Let me know if I can help you with anything else.
You know what? Hey Google.
Back to life.
Insult me.
Baking.
Let's get insult me.
Welcome to Feeling Insulted. I am here to insult you in an authoritative British accent. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. What do you think? Can you take a few more?
Yes.
That was trash.
That was trash.
Welcome to Feeling Insulted. I am here to insult you in an authoritative British accent. I don't believe in plastic surgery, but in your case, go ahead. What do you think?
No, that's
That was
good.
better.
Come back and finish this, you chicken.
Damn!
Oh,
Holy
sign
shit.
off.
Google wants to fucking fight.
Yeah, Google's ready to throw hands.
Fucking
go.
Google's ready to throw
This will
hands.
be the next pay-per-view. Is Goku drunk off his ass versus Google.
The Google home.
A couple years from now. Hey, do you remember that time when Goku fought Google?
And lost?
And lost.
Lost.
He was drunk out of his mind, and then he lost to Google.
Like you throw, let's go.
Come out with his
I'm
cables.
ready to throw hands and you chunk it at my head and it knocks me out.
Like a hockey
Google
puck.
wins like a hockey puck.
KO.
Oh, man.
Tell Google to go gay. That's what the comments say.
No. What?
Yeah. Look at the comments.
600 on Google. Okay, no. Okay, so you had an
$600 on
announcement.
Google.
Didn't you have something to announce today about Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit like
Yes,
Oh.
I have a fit.
Actual topics.
He's
Well,
trying to change the
it's
subject.
not
'cause
one of
he
our
knows he's gonna
topics.
lose.
He doesn't want to take that bet. I have nerd news that you need to know. There's controversy has reared its head in the Konami's card game branch with the rolling out of a promotional fan vote to determine the archetype that will receive a new card support. Fans were encouraged to follow a Twitter tournament to determine the decks that will face off in this fan vote. The controversy emerged when it was revealed that certain individuals have been paying a UK company for votes on an open Twitter poll. This followers.co.uk offers 100 votes for every 1.5 euros given. Screenshots have been captured of this, and the fans of these Valkyries paying this very company for multiple voting splurges. The issue was compounded when this head-to-head between Valkyries and Zectors came down to less than 1,000 votes at the point of it was being found out. This is just another example of people screwing the rules because they have money.
So there's a voting system for Yu-Gi-Oh, and people were fucking paying people to cheat.
Right. They
Pretty
had
much.
they had a promotion that after this tournament of voting happens, the archetype that survives will get a bonus. It'll get a card that's supposed to help out the archetype.
Okay.
But so they'll be head to head. So if you like this certain archetype, you're going to vote for them. The problem is it's an open Twitter poll where anyone can vote. So these people were paying this company money to go and drop 100 votes per time. So there's a screenshot of, I believe, 6 different transactions. That's 600 votes this one person got this company to do just so they could get ahead in the Twitter poll. The worst thing is I haven't checked to see if they actually won, but it was a very close contest, and I don't know if they changed the rules since then.
That sounds like something the orange guy would do if he was a nerd.
I will pay everyone I have to get the money in the votes.
Screw the rules. I have
Yeah,
money.
John did it so much better. Like that's.
He's a professional, and I
I mean, yeah, yours is pretty decent, but oh my god, like I said, John sounds like the same guy. I was like, I can feel the IQ points dropping.
scared Goku, that's for sure.
Man, you know what? Fuck you. Sounds like a very Seto Kaiba. Sounds very Seto Kaiba.
Kaiba would do that.
Kaiba would do. No, he wouldn't.
Kaiba would definitely paid to get
To
votes for
cheat?
him.
No.
To get Blue Eyes support.
Kaiba cheats
He pays to get the best cards
in the
possible.
fucking cartoon, in the anime. I mean, sorry, I know I pissed off like 100 people.
3
that.
people are very upset with you.
In the anime, when they're dueling and they're dueling with the frisbees, so they can fight Pegasus.
Oh, that thing.
He's like, Yugi, you can kill my blue eyes white dragon, but I'm standing at the ledge. The force coming from the holograms will push me off and it will kill me. And Yugi's like,
I remember that.
Kaiba, no! I surrender. And then Blue Eyes eat his Celtic Link Legend of Zelda looking guardian dude. And then he's like, haha, I won because holograms and money. And playing on frisbees.
Blue Eyes does not need any more.
I forgot about that, yeah.
There are
Oh, thanks.
holograms. How the fuck was it going to push them
But
off
that's
the
not
edge?
really
They have
cheating. That's just being
air.
It's being a
Right.
bitch. No, that's cheating.
Yugi cheats. Yugi fucking cheats. He
Yeah.
just makes rules up as he goes.
I mean, true. It's his fucking show.
Now,
though.
if you
It's
use my
his
card with
fucking
your
show,
card.
though. It's literally named after him.
Right.
Yo.
Like, it's Yugi. Oh.
But like, no, but who was another one? Like, well, since we're on that subject, let's talk about duelists that actually cheated. Like, My Valentine cheated because she did the whole like she perfumed her cards.
Cheated. Bandit Keith.
The fact that her cards did
Super
not
cheater.
disintegrate. The fact that her cards did not disintegrate because the smell, she had to have sprayed them with enough perfume for the smell to have last and be that strong. and-
Right, right.
Like the fucking fact that
Weevil cheats because he fucking threw Exodia away.
that's not cheating. That's being a bitch.
He did
Yeah.
cheat by putting a card in Joey's deck in Battle City. He implanted a card in there. That was
Yep.
cheating. Bandit
that.
Keith is the biggest cheater in that fucking series altogether.
Also true.
But he's American.
That's why he cheats.
That's why he cheats.
His Japanese
He was-
name is Pirate Keith.
But he's American. He was born in America.
Name Bandit Keith.
In America.
I'm sorry. I don't understand a word you just said. Try speaking American. That's the only language I understand.
Right.
But this
Sir,
is Japan.
you do realize we are not actually in America.
Shut your Japanese mouth.
Who else cheated?
Pegasus didn't read their minds. He would look at their cards, which is also cheating.
True.
Is it though? It was because of the.
Millennium item, but like he could have chosen not to use it.
But I mean, look at Professor Xavier. If he was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, he has the ability to read minds. Is that
just
considered cheating?
He could control their minds. He would just have them surrender.
Right, like Yugi and Kaiba are one of
Yeah.
the most toxic relationships of all time. Kaiba, I watched the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie, the latest one. It's probably not new anymore, but it's the
Was
latest
it the Dark Side of the Dimensions or something like that?
Yeah, that one. And Kaiba is trying to get to the Pharaoh in the next life, like some kind. He invents a way to go to the afterlife just so he can
fight this ghost.
He's like, I'm gonna see him again. I'm coming for you, Pharaoh. It's like, God, man, you're like an ex, like an obsessed ex.
There's when Bandit Keith pulled out a gun and threatened to kill Pegasus if he didn't give him the money.
I thought he just pointed at him.
That's just American. That's fine. That's not
In the
cheating.
4 kids, they pointed, give me your money.
Yeah, it's just like how in the One Piece dub of 4 Kids, they pretty much replaced some cigarette with a lollipop.
Yep.
Oh, that was
Sanji.
even poorly
I
done.
barely remember that.
It was like a shit.
Well,
no,
duh,
there was
it's for
one.
kids.
There was one where it was like he points a gun on his head, but they replaced the gun with some fucking wacky ass
thing,
some fucking nozzle or whatever.
No, but have you seen the lollipop for One Piece? It's poorly done. Like
poorly drawn.
It looks like it was photoshopped in there because the lollipop has way too much. It looks almost kind of CGI realistic. It's so off-putting that it's just like, what the fuck?
I'm actually disappointed that I can't see that version anymore, just to have it like
YouTube.
as a comparison.
YouTube.
Huh?
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, once you put something on the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know, but it's
Esperoba
just...
cheated because he would have his brothers look at the cards and then radio to him what he sees.
Right.
He cheated. He did what Pegasus did, only with technology.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a rare hunter who had Exodia who marked his cards so he could like X-ray see which ones are at the top of his deck.
Mm-hmm.
So he cheated that one. There's a lot of cheaters in Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right.
Well, it's not. Well, obviously.
Yugi being the biggest one.
Yugi is definitely a fucking cheater. I don't.
He reads the script beforehand.
Remember
and
when?
changes stacks
Remember
and
when the
stacks.
card game used to be fun?
And then they made it all complicated.
Yeah.
If you can play for
The
fun,
card game used to
don't
be
go to a
fun.
tournament. Don't go to a tournament. Then play for fun. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but like, what if I don't know how to do the
No.
synchro summon, the XYZ summon, the pendulum
Yeah.
summonings?
Yeah, like that's what happened. Like my friends and I, we always played it like for fun. I never understood that bullshit.
Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
it
is
also depends
pendulum
on who you
summoning? And then they have speed dueling, and then they changed the
Mm-hmm.
rules. I remember when you each drew 5 cards, and whoever went first could draw the extra card. Now, one draws 4, one draws 5, and you don't
No.
draw. I don't fucking
you
know.
You draw 5. The person who goes first doesn't draw the first time, but they have the advantage because they can play cards instead of
Yeah.
their.
How do they have the
Yeah.
advantage? They can't attack.
Well, you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh recently. It's very important to negate.
They still
every
no.
fucking
I
thing
know
your
they
opponent
still
plays.
can't attack.
Right, but if you put a bunch of cards on the field that will negate everything your opponent does, so
Yeah.
they don't get to play at all, that just basically skips their turn and goes to yours, and now you get a chance to attack with them not having anything on the field.
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh.
It is complicated and really, really bad.
David
I
Mitchell
like it.
says the lack of the heart of the cards. There
Who stole
was the
Yugi's
one
deck?
guy in Yu-Gi-Oh GX who stole Yugi's deck. Yeah, that was an episode.
Oh, I didn't see GX yet.
Yeah,
He
because
broke
so
into
Yu-
a museum. and straight
So
up
because
jacked his deck.
Yugi and everybody, they're all adults, and so Yugi donated his deck because
Mm.
in Yu-Gi-Oh, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi wasn't about the card game.
It was
Yu-Gi-Oh!
about
was-
just gaming in general.
Yeah, it was about
Mhm.
gaming in general, but like board games, tabletop games, street games, video games. So Mokuba was the original king of games because he had all the high scores on all the arcade in Japan. So he was the original king of games, and then Yugi became king of games by beating all his high scores.
King of Games by being best at one game.
Well, no, in the,
Oh,
in the manga,
he was good. He was good at everything.
Well, no, I remember because I read the manga and I was like, "When the fuck was this in the show? He's killing people.
well,
what
like
the hell?"
the card
They
game
set
in the
that
manga
one guy
wasn't
on
until
fire.
the manga didn't have the card game until like towards the end.
Right.
So the anime is actually like the last 2 or 3 arcs of the manga.
No, yeah.
But in the manga, Mokuba had all the high scores, and that's how he was. He was the original king of games, and then it became Yugi because he got all the high scores.
Mhm.
I think they called it Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero or some shit like that. They actually made an anime
It
about
was
it.
season 0 is what they call it.
Season
Mhm.
0.
That's where
Yeah,
Kaiba
where-
has green. That's where Kaiba has green hair.
And he was watching at the rain. That's where that gif comes from. He was like staring at the window, and it was raining. It's like he looks all depressed. If you put the song from Eminem, it kind of fits.
I watched bits and pieces of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, but I didn't watch 5Ds. I didn't watch Zexal. I didn't watch
Yeah.
X
There's
and
Arc
Y.
v, Arc V is the next one, and then there's.
Oh, it's
shit,
still
there's-
going?
Yeah, oh yeah, I think they just finished the final one of the one they just.
Wasn't there one
I don't
called
fucking know. Zeal is no
like
that-
Gold and Silver or some shit like that?
No, they're
That's
making one.
Pokemon.
That's
The newest one
Pokemon?
is called the Sevens.
Oh, okay.
Arc Reigns. Nope, that
Reigns
was
was the
Oh,
last
okay,
one.
yeah,
That was
there
Arc-
was
that
like
was Arc
X and
V.
Y and
Reigns.
That's also Pokemon.
fuck.
Sevens is the new one. Yeah, there's a lot, and it gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah,
Keep going. Keep going.
There are Pokemon called. There are Yu-Gi-Oh cards called X and Y though. So.
I mean, that is also true, but I think you're talking like some sort of like series plot, and yeah, those are Pokemon. That's Pokemon games.
That makes about as much sense as the Yu-Gi-Oh series anyway. One of the series had like multiple dimensions, and they were traveling between dimensions to find their like parallel self to team up. It was really weird.
Okay.
They were like beating monsters that had infinite attack power by getting like infinite +1.
what?
That's
There's too much
super dumb.
fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like seriously,
Yep.
it's almost as bad as Pokemon. Pokemon's got 800 now.
Yu-Gi-Oh's got a lot more than that. If you're gonna get into a card game, I would say go Magic the Gathering. I don't really like Magic the Gathering that much, but from someone who's played Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, like you are not going to get into this game at all. Just
Mhm.
Magic is a set rule that's a lot easier to get into.
Mhm.
Magic's also fucking complicated.
It is.
They don't really introduce new rules though. They just
Oh,
use their
well,
same core rule set, and then you go off of that.
Well, then that's different.
Yu-Gi-Oh! They make up new types of cards, but just different colors. I'm waiting for a red one. They gotta be a red.
We have a lot of
card
comments
eventually.
about Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of people are getting passionate about it.
We love
The
our card
duel's
games.
over, Doogie boy.
All right, Deacon Rap says, bruh, the entire plot of 5Ds revolved around a stolen card.
That was
Diana
the
says
first season.
5Ds was really good. Black Sonic says the mangas and the anime also follow completely different stories too. Different character arcs. GX was good. Anything after that was bad in my opinion. I started Zexal for a few episodes. It's all Yu-Gi-Oh! V Reigns. Oh, it's supposed to be called Yu-Gi-Oh! V Reigns.
Yeah, that was the newest one, and then they made one that just came out in April called Sevens.
Yeah.
Diana says Zexal was okay, but I didn't like this one specific character in it, and I hate it when I see him. Oh, a reply to Deacon Rap. I believe it's currently available in Crunchyroll. I just can't get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was I watched the movie. The problem was that I watched the new movie and I had to watch it in shifts. I could not sit through the whole movie at once because I'm like, God, this is awful.
I kind of wanted to see it, but I don't know. Maybe
I didn't like it because it's just the power of friendship affects how they play the card game. And they add a lot of new modern day cards in there, even though in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX they admit that none of these modern day cards exist in Yugi's timeline, so it doesn't make there's continuity errors.
Mm-hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has more
Different
continuity
dimension.
errors than fucking Dragon Ball.
Well, the problem is they keep going back and doing the original Duel Monsters and adding shit to that, but you already have several series that are after that. So it doesn't match up anymore.
Digimon rebooted, but they rebooted the universe.
Right.
So it's completely redone.
Yeah, it says the latest series is intended to simplify the game, and that's where the speed duel comes from, because the speed duel mechanic is what they use.
Yeah, the speed duel mechanic's only supposed to last 3 turns.
Yeah, because you have 3 spots on the field and 3 spell traps on the field, so it's a lot smaller.
I saw somebody draw fucking Exodia on their first fucking turn.
That's really funny.
I win.
No, they played 10 cards. They started their turn, they played a shit ton of cards, and then they drew Exodia.
No, there's decks that specifically do that, and if they don't get Exodia the first turn, they lose.
Pot of Greed.
That's banned.
What's that do?
So wasn't that that card banned at one point?
It's still banned.
It's been banned for over a decade.
It's still banned because it's a card that it allows you to draw without any consequences.
Yeah, it's a +1 with no drawback.
Yeah, everything's got to every card that gives you something good has to screw you over in some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has to be a compromise.
That's why why make the damn cards if they're going to be banned? Monster Reborn's banned.
What?
Why'd you make it? Yeah,
it comes back every once in a while.
They banned it.
Why do that in the first place? I mean, you got fucking
Maybe people were bitching enough and they were like, fuck it. This card sucks because I lost because of this card. So we banned this thing.
How the ban list works is that they determine it based off percentages in the World Championship tournaments. So if cards are used in every deck and those decks are constantly winning, they limit them or they ban them so that other cards will come in and you don't have the same.
It's kind of like with Smash Brothers when they would play a game. Right. Usually that's why they would ban Meta Knight during Brawl.
Meta Knight, all those things.
But Meta Knight was broken.
But I mean, you can come up with rules to limit that shit. Like, only have 1 Monster Reborn, only have 1 Pot of Greed. Don't let them have so many whatevers.
There's already restrictions on them. It's called banned.
They have a forbidden, limited, and restricted list where they'll go from, you can have 3 is the max, then 2, then 1, then ban all.
3 is the limit on all cards that are non-restricted. Semi-restricted cards is 2.
Limited is 1.
Limited cards is 1, and then restricted is you can't have that shit in your deck.
Right.
There's a good reason, because some of those cards are broken as fuck. There's a card that came out a while ago. It's called Sixth Sense. It got banned in the middle of in between ban lists. They usually do them every 3 months. They banned it in the middle of it because it came out. They played it for 3 weeks, and they immediately were like, no.
You know, there's a spell card.
You rolled 2 dice, 2d6s, and you pick 2 numbers. No, you pick 2 numbers. You roll 1d6. Pick 1 through 6. If you pick the right number,
as soon as they went to
draw
dice,
that many cards. If you don't pick the right number, you have to send those many cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. The problem is modern decks these days need a bunch of cards in the graveyard, so milling 4 cards is great. Also, drawing 5 and 6 cards is also great. So it had no downside. You either mill 4 or draw 5 or 6.
That's true.
The only way people played it. It was broken, so they banned it after 3 weeks.
It's stupid. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game.
They make bad cards on purpose.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if so, like, which came first, the card game or the show?
The show.
The egg.
Yeah,
Showed it.
right. But it's like,
the
yeah, no,
anime
blame
The
the show
manga
for
did,
coming. Yeah, blame the manga and the show for coming up with the bullshit rules
Well-
and cards and stuff. Don't make the cards
The creator
if
of
you
the
know
Yu-Gi-Oh!
they're bullshit
manga,
rules.
the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh! manga, because if you read the manga, you can see the rules advance more and more, just like you do in like Duel Monsters was still very new. They hadn't come with the rules yet. They like Toriyama, Takahashi.
Toriyama didn't
He
make
makes up shit,
everything.
too. He makes up shit too. But like there were stupid rules like if this guy can fly, there's a 10% chance that this attack won't hit at all or something, which is something he was just toying with because it was just a card game. He made it up. So he's just making up rules on the fly. And then when it's like, we want to make this an actual game, it's like, oh, here's a loose idea of my thing. And then they actually had game developers come in and figure out how it should properly work.
Right,
But-
yeah. He never really intended to make the card game. That was
But it
that was
real
Konami.
popular. That's money.
Right.
That was Konami, and Konami's like, hey, we want to make this into a card game. No, this is my art. I respect it. I don't want to exploit it. And then they give him a check. He's like, holy Jesus.
It's a piece of paper with a lot
You
of
son of a
zeros.
bitch, I'm in. Bitch, I'm in.
So like the Yu-Gi-Oh, like in the anime, yeah, it was evolving and developing because the anime, like the manga came first, and in the manga, the card game was like barely like developing.
Right.
That explains why Kaiba summons 3 blue eyes in like 1 turn.
Right.
The anime was weird because that was technically over 2 turns he did that, but they didn't show that he had went through different turns. They just like 2 more show up. We don't have time to animate all this. Just
Screw the rules. I have
rules don't
money.
matter.
It's like, what?
Even the pronunciation of
Yeah.
the cards.
So here's
was
a good question. Here's a question that I've always been wondering. When they were doing that in the very beginning, when they're doing 2,000 life points and they can just summon whatever the fuck monster they want. And after, like, if there was 1 monster on the field and you had 4, they would attack the 1 monster and end their turn.
because you can't attack directly.
No, here's the thing. So what if I don't summon a monster? Can you attack me directly?
I
thought you
think
could.
the only way to attack directly was if you had no monster, because it never came up in the show, thankfully, because that would have been an
I
issue.
will be right back.
But like you have to always put a monster out, or else I would guess that damage goes directly to you. It was never explained very well.
Or what about when Weevil and Rex fought and Weevil kills this dinosaur and like, that's the end of the duel? He killed this most powerful monster that only
Right,
had
I didn't understand that
800
bullshit at
attack
all.
points.
My 2-headed King Rex. Oh no!
He lost 200 life points. That's the end of the duel. Like, that was the whole duel.
That happens a couple times where like their strongest monster will get beaten. They'll still have life points, but they're so dejected because their best monster lost. They just quit.
Yeah.
Like Mai does it. I think
Like,
Rex
you have driven me
did
to be
it.
suicidal.
Rex.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
You have Rex Raptor, who's the dino duelist, whose best monsters are not dinosaurs. They're the dragons he has in the deck. But everything
Yeah.
he summons out, he's got Serpent Knight Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, it's a dragon. Tyrant Dragon, later on, it's another dragon. Like, use some dinosaurs.
Dragon,
Right.
rock the dragon, dragon balls. That's all I heard in my head as soon as she kept saying dragon. Dragon,
Yeah, the
balls.
Yeah, the only two with the only duelists that like don't actually have a style are Yugi and Joey. Everyone else has like a gimmick.
No,
Joey
has a
Joey has a style.
he gambles. He has a luck-based deck.
Yeah, he has a very.
Oh, that's right. He does have a lot of like
is
percentages. Yeah,
his is
percentages
very
and chances and everything.
Time Wizard,
I forgot about
Baby
that.
Dragon, and gambling.
Yeah.
There's a
And
card
Red
for
Eyes,
gambles.
Black Dragon.
Skull dice, graceful dice, those roll dice.
Right.
There's a
Oh,
roulette
right.
spider.
Skull Dice and Graceful Dice are Yugi's cards.
It's been a while since I've seen the show. I
Joey's.
forgot. I was like, yeah, Joey doesn't have anything. Like, well, like, Mai had all the female cards. Taya had all like the cutesy stuff. There was
Taya didn't do nothing but take up screen time.
shut up, but that one time she did play, she had like nothing but cutesy stuff, which made sense.
Happy
But
lover and shining
which is
friendship.
weird. Which is weird because she's in love with the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh's in love with Yugi. And
Taya has a
Wait.
Taya has a higher winning percentage than My Valentine. She's undefeated on screen.
and Kaiba's
Never
in
lost.
love with winning. Joey's in love with My Valentine.
Right.
Tristan's in love with Joey's sister.
Right.
Oh, geez, Yugs.
Tristan,
If they're in
that's my
Japan-
sister.
Tristan, don't bother my sister.
Oh, hey, what's up? Box and Props Mario Ross is here. And he says, hey, Geeks 5 Eva. Y'all are invited to my wedding. Dude, that's fucking awesome. When is it? We'll even do it. We'll do a live stream.
Tomorrow.
Please don't tell me it's tomorrow. My body hurts today for some reason. I want some raisins.
It's still
Got it.
recovering. It's still
Got
recovering
it.
from the voice that we encountered yesterday.
No, I've been feeling like this
Your
all week.
core.
That epic voice. It is the thing. He has it.
What?
What we can't say.
White Claw.
Yeah.
Corona? I don't have Corona. I can still taste stuff. When I burped in my mask, I could taste it. I'm like, oh.
Sexy.
We need to. When is your wedding? Let us know. We will go. I'll bring a date. I don't have a date.
It's gonna be Keyblade Sonic.
I'll bring Raph.
Oh, wait, what?
Y'all live in different. I'm not going.
We'll come.
Damn.
We'll come kidnap you.
You don't know my address.
It's on the box.
No.
I will come sniff you out.
That's a big brain move right there.
I'll pretend you're food, and I will come sniff. I will find you. If
I'm
I
gonna
follow
put-
your
I'm
scent
gonna
and
put, like,
imagine
30.
cheeseburger, I'll actually find you.
I'm gonna put like 30 Trump support signs in my yard as a barricade. Just keep you away.
Oh, it's here. Wait, we got time.
You need a DJ? I'll DJ. You got a DJ. You got DJ Mexico and DJ Keyblade over here.
What's up, y'all?
It's Star Wars themed. Feel free to cosplay.
Bunch of stormtroopers.
Wait.
So that was my Yu-Gi-Oh tidbit that turned into a doodad.
They turned into a conversation about how
Did
Yu-Gi-Oh
y'all bring
sucks.
Did y'all bring up the one of the cons canceling this year?
Nope.
Not yet.
No, that's what you're here for, sir.
Legit,
All right,
we
well-
just brought up Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay,
Breaking
so
news.
yeah, so breaking news. After an article that got posted last week about why this con is still going on despite a pandemic, pretty much pressure. New York Comic Con, which is pretty much, I think, their second biggest con here in the U.S., canceled. They're going virtual this year because Newsweek posted an article last week about saying New York Comic Con is still going on, but fans aren't happy about it. So basically, I think all the bad publicity, they were like, all right, fuck it, we're going to cancel.
I believe they're going virtual this time now, aren't they?
They'll be going virtual this time. And also a little update on Classic Game Fest, which is the retro gaming convention that's going to take place in Austin in October. They said by September 10th, they will make a decision whether to go forward or cancel and save it for next year.
Which con? Which con is that?
Classic Game Fest.
Okay, Classic Game Fest. New York City. New York. Okay, so we talked. You talked about New York City Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
That is more of a toy convention rather than an actual Comic Con.
Yeah, it somewhat got expanded to that too.
New
it's
York.
not.
Yeah, it is because that's when they reveal all the new. That's when Bandai, Hasbro,
Actually, that's a Toy Fair.
Funko.
Yeah.
No, but they also reveal all the new. Bandai and Hasbro always reveal
They do
their
some,
new
yeah.
figures.
They do.
I mean,
they do
yeah,
that
they
too,
have
also.
stuff because they have these huge booths, but they've got comics and independent artists and voice actors and TV shows. It's
Right.
a mini. It's almost San Diego.
Well, I'm not saying. Well, it's not like. Well, it's more like because they always do like the new figurines. Like, okay, these are the new. Because that's when they first announced the Legacy line, and so at New York City Comic Con, that's when they would like show like the new Power Ranger figures for like the next year,
Right.
or they would show the new Dragon Ball Z figures for like the next
But
year.
it's not just a toy thing because they also have like video gaming stuff and
Video
fuck
gaming
all those.
video game conventions are done to death though. We all just rely
That's what I'm
on
saying.
the Nintendo Directs and State of Plays.
NYCC does everything. There's everything there. It's video
Pretty much
games.
San
it's
Diego,
product.
but obviously
Yeah.
it's
No,
smaller
okay,
than
so they
San
show
Diego.
no, they do showcase all of that, but that's where they're like, I'm saying that this is the convention where they premiere it. Like, okay, this is where we're revealing it for the first time.
I mean, I guess I never paid attention to it.
Jesus Christ.
So you people up in New York, too bad.
What the fuck?
Hey, I've
for your
been to it.
I'm
I'm missing.
For your Funko collectors, if you thought San Diego was gonna be bad, wait till New York Comic Con, depending on what they're gonna showcase.
They don't really do. I'm not really worried because they only did one Dragon Ball pop this year.
Yeah, they did Goku, but then I don't know. We'll see what they do this year.
I don't think they're gonna do like. I think they're gonna do like more Dragon Ball, but they're not gonna be like San Diego exclusive. Like, did you even get a Goku?
Nope, neither Bakugo.
Yeah, because a lot of the Hot Topics didn't even get it in stock.
Yeah, they did, but they were like in so low stock, and then like they were doing the whole 5 per style, and pretty much like the first few people in line got all of them.
I'm sorry, but any Hot Topic that does that shit is dumb.
Yeah, and sadly, it's not really the managers or anything like that. It's actually corporate, and usually before it was actually 10 per style. So usually that's how it would be, but I don't know what exactly will New York Comic Con planning. Now they're going virtual, so
Yeah.
So yeah, that con is canceled physically, but virtually, just like most of the cons that have been going on lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep you posted about Classic Game Fest. So what decision will they go forward, or will they cancel last minute? So we'll see.
All right, for those of you that are wondering about the Texas Renaissance Festival, they do have a job fair coming up in September. That is right. If you want to work not for the actual Texas Renaissance Festival, but the vendors that are there, the booths, the vendors, all the people that run the businesses inside the festival, have a job fair in September. I think it's the first weekend of September. You can go and check out their job fair and apply for a job at the Texas Renaissance Festival this year. If you do, please be careful, social distance, and wear a fucking mask. That's all I can say. I'll have more information for everybody tomorrow or possibly Friday with our... I need to contact our guests and get back with them and see if they're going to be here Friday. If not, I got to scramble for another fucking guest.
Don't scramble.
Don't scramble. Scramble.
Soft boil. Poached.
What do you think,
Poach-
Goku?
Poach a guest.
There you go.
What do you think, Goku?
Poach a guest. We already got like a guest almost poached.
Fight.
Let me fight.
I miss New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con was fun.
Did y'all all remove your little keychains? Am I the only one that still has theirs?
He's still here?
I never put mine on.
You guys right here. I'll move my mic so you can see him better.
Yay.
Actually, which one would you like
Yeah.
to see? Which would you like to see? Sonic hanging like he's fucking like sick of this shit? Or
Is he
just
hanging
Coco
from his
float?
feet?
Yeah. Either Sonic or Coco. Put either of the two.
Every
So
time you
which one?
put Coco up there, it focuses it on that.
Yeah,
That's
it
what makes
doesn't
it funny.
It
focus on
is Coco.
Sonic. It focuses on Coco, though.
That makes it funny.
I
Excellent.
think it's
Well-
the color.
Well, Sonic was spinning.
Yeah, if it was hold still,
No, it
it
doesn't
probably
focus on Sonic at all.
That
It's
is
because it's blue.
It's
There's too much.
Coco.
There's too much blue in his background, so it
Much
doesn't bother
blue.
to focus on it.
Yeah, I think you should go
So-
with Sonic.
So viewers, which one should you like to see?
I think you should go with Sonic. That's a month away. Yes, it is.
Anything else we got to talk about?
Well, no, we still got a lot to talk about. We just spent an entire fucking hour talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly.
over, Yugi boy.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? So a lot of there are a lot of parents all over the country protesting that they want states and school districts to force open schools so parents can send their students back to school.
What
There's a
about
lot
you,
of complaints,
parents?
according to this online report. There's a lot of parents complaining that they are not capable of homeschooling their children. A lot of parents are complaining that they have to return to work and they don't want to leave their children at home alone.
I guarantee you, at least 40% of those parents probably hate their kids, and they just want them away from them.
There's a couple of people actually admitting
Yeah.
that they want
they're
to break
done.
from their kids.
They're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
My child will be schooling from home, not from the school, because we're not sending them back in there.
I'll school your kid.
Shut up.
No.
What's
You
your
play
kid
them and
doing,
smash-
Goku?
My,
What's your kid doing?
my kid's only a year old.
learning how to roll over and support
Yeah.
his own head.
My kid's learning how to like say no and throw shit at people.
Okay, well, if she was older, what would you be doing?
Like how much?
she was-
This will be long. I'm not.
If-
I'm the wrong.
I understand.
Hypothetical.
No, hypothetical. If she was school aged now during this craziness, what would you guys be? What would you and what would you and her mom be talking about?
Well, that's kind of unfair considering the fact that.
Where's my money?
No, that's kind of unfair because I have advantages in that I'm the wrong person to ask.
Why? You're a parent.
Yeah, but
would you want your kid to go to school
is a
in this
teacher,
environment?
so I could just have my kid homeschooled like nothing.
Right.
But yeah, no, but you're okay with homeschool. You don't want her to go, or your mom, since your mom's a teacher as well. So you've actually got two horses technically in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm mixing my metaphors, but yeah, you get what I mean.
That's
like,
a fucking horrible.
Sorry.
No, I'm missing.
Weird
I'm just
analogy.
giving you shit.
Never heard of that analogy.
Yeah.
You have two horses in this race. That's what you meant.
Yeah, see, I told you
no.
I was fucking it up. But yeah, so you have like a family member who's a teacher and you're also a parent. So having a family member that's a teacher, do you want them going into school and teaching kids in this kind of environment? And then also, if Zelda was older, would you want her going to school?
Yeah,
in
thanks
this
for putting my daughter's name out there.
Oops.
Mentioning people's video game characters.
Like an awkward.
The awkward silence.
I understand people's thought process of not wanting. They can't leave their kids home because they have to go to work.
Right.
And that whole ordeal. Well, I was raised in the 90s. I was home alone for a very long period
That's
of time.
fucking right. I was the
90s kids
TV
like-
was the babysitter.
The term
Mhm.
latchkey kid is from people who grew up without their parents around all the time. They go to school, they come home, they latch the door, they lock it, and that's a latchkey kid. Until the parents get home, they're home alone.
Jesse,
Jesse.
Yes.
said the real reason why we're about to be short on Dr. Pepper is because the vendors and people working in the warehouses have tested positive for COVID, as well as short on ingredients and boxes.
Right.
Saying go down to 22 flavors.
Well, because I
and make
thought
it
it.
spread out longer.
That's
Right.
Diet Dr. Pepper. That's how it. That's what it is.
But yeah, like I heard, because there's some schools already open, and there's already quite a few thousand kids already testing positive for the virus too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
All
some
because you wanted. I mean, not to. That was bad.
Because
Like, I wanna be a-
wanted. It's because of me.
I mean, in general, some parents want, and okay, not being a parent, I do get it. You need a break. You have to go back to work. I do understand that. I don't live it, but I do understand that. I guess me personally, I wouldn't, but that's me. I understand everybody's different. I don't know the inner workings of every family. I don't know what's going on, why. But I get it. Like some people can't work from home and they can't afford to leave their kids at home and they can't do this and that. So I get that this is kind of a thing. I also kind of feel like don't be forcing people to do things they don't want to do.
right.
Especially since even with social distancing, even with the mask,
You can't expect children to social
you can't
distance.
They don't.
expect children
Yeah,
to do
especially
that.
the way they sneeze, they fucking be spitting like Triple H when he does his
Yep.
entrance.
It-
The way they
Yep.
sneeze back.
They for real,
That's
they'll
a
sneeze
pyro.
like
That'd be spitting like Triple H or Godzilla.
they'll sneeze like
Absolutely.
achoo.
Exactly like that.
That's accurate.
Came back.
In the face.
Throwback.
Oh my god.
And that's how you catch COVID.
And sometimes kids would just like there would be cases where they would feel uncomfortable usually with the mask and they would always take
it
it off
burns.
sometimes.
Right.
And
I mean, people are doing that too. There are still people who can't have the mask over their nose and their mouth. It's either under the chin, hanging off the ear, under their
Yeah.
nose. I'll be honest, my mom
And-
does that.
and for the
It
record,
pisses
for the
me the
people
fuck
for the people who wears masks, please cover your mouth and your nose.
Let's just-
It's like that's like Sonic when he wears headphones, yet his ears are like right here. Or the
let-
people who wear hats, but they don't they put the visor on
The
the
brim
back,
backwards.
and they're like
And they're
blinded,
doing
See?
this.
It's like
like
turn the
They
idiots,
got
and they're like, dude, turn your
sunglasses
hat
right
around.
here, hat
Right
backwards.
here,
And
and,
they-
they're like,
And they're doing
can't
this.
see.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent of that. So if you don't want to look like an idiot,
Let's
please
just-
put
let's
your
just put it
mask
out
over
there.
your nose and mouth.
Let's just put this out there. A lot of parents are fucking selfish.
Yeah, I guess.
Some of them are. It's just like some of
With
them
all due
like-
respect to parents on the thing.
Yeah, no
but-
disrespect
As
to
a
parents.
parent, fuck you.
Yeah, like
You
here's
don't
my thing, like,
understand.
for
You
me-
don't have kids. I have a kid, and I have this to say. Fuck you. I don't, okay. Well, your daughter's like a year and a half, and she doesn't live with you. That's fine. My daughter doesn't live with me. My daughter lives with my ex in Dallas. However, I have a niece and I have a nephew that are here, like almost every fucking day, and then will come knock on my door while we're doing a podcast because they want something.
Right.
This is why I want an
Okay.
office.
The latch.
I could lock the door, but they'll find some way to slither in and be like, I want something.
Just use
They're
a
half
credit.
li-
They'll use
they're
a
like
credit
cats,
card and
they're
just push
half
the lock
liquid.
in.
Yeah, no, I've done that several times to get into my room when I lock it.
But yeah, but it's also funny that we're fighting so hard to open up schools when we can't even open up restaurants, conventions, fucking workplaces.
Here's another thing. Boy, the
hold on,
people
real
that
quick.
wanted.
Before you say anything, Sonic, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before you
Gotcha.
say anything, to answer Jesset's question, some places, including my workplace, do not care if your child was tested positive. They want us back to work. Actually, it is against your rights for a business to force you back to work. Depending on the state you live in, Texas, you do have a right to stay home if you feel you work in an unsafe working environment. Especially now that COVID-19 is a thing, you can fight that and you can win. So don't let jobs bully you into going back into doing something that you don't want to fucking do. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to get that across.
No, that's okay.
that
Because
was
I
their
was gonna,
point.
because I was gonna say for the people that really want kids to go to school, they sure were quick on canceling graduations. Like they were doing all social and stuff, and yet they want people back in school. They're like, oh, we got to protect everybody during the graduation ceremony. It's the biggest, most important thing of the year. So we got to social distance, and we got to make 6 feet. All the people got to be
Right,
separate.
but there was also, but like to that point, there were also quite a few instances where parents were disobeying that order and they were trying to hold like graduation parties. Case in point, there was this one lady who she actually runs a company and in a pretty decent sized company too. And her kids were graduating. And so she was trying to organize with other parents and her kids' classmates what they can do. And they were like, oh, we'll just take like hula hoops to the beach or whatever, and we'll call it a workout class because that's technically allowed.
Yeah.
Or they would also technically have like signs and look like they were a Black Lives Matter protest because that's also allowed.
Yeah,
but they
they
were like,
were-
either way, we still want to have our graduation ceremony because it's not fair to our kids that they don't get to have a graduation ceremony. It's like, how's it going to be fair to your kids when they catch the fucking virus, bitches?
I mean, you're better off. It's like, if anything, you basically, as long as you get your degree, I mean, regardless how you get it, as long as you just get the degree. if anything.
It's an unneeded celebration that we've all gotten used to. Like, there's a point you're just like, okay, we can't do this time, so your kid doesn't get a graduation ceremony. I didn't really like my graduation, but I still had to freaking go.
Right.
They can mail you a diploma. You don't have to.
You don't. That's the thing that's crazy. You don't even get your diploma at the ceremony. You have to
They
wait
give
like
you
a week or
We
two.
did.
Mail it back to you.
Y'all did?
Yeah.
I got a little.
I
I got
got
a
a
folder.
No.
I got a
Yeah, I
folder
got
that
my
did not
folder.
have
For me,
it.
I
They
got a
gave it to
folder
us there
too.
on the spot.
Oh, well,
that's
cool
y'all.
for you.
But for us,
we got a
It,
folder.
didn't
it was
get
in
it,
like
yeah.
it was in this really fancy red folder that was like very thick and it had like this red fake leather around it and
Mhm.
Well,
and
they
it,
can
and
mail
like
that
you
to you.
open it and it had my
Yeah.
diploma and even had my name engraved and everything on it.
Right.
Sweet.
All that can be mailed.
But again, yeah, you don't need an actual like thing.
Well, jokes on them. I got mine on the spot.
Well, I mean, like we all,
Fight the system.
all of us did. But yeah, I get it. It sucks
I think
that
I
the kids.
snuck across high school. I don't think I was supposed to graduate, and I graduated by being sneaky.
Good job.
All right, someone,
it-
one of the sorry to interrupt you. One of the viewers said, "Companies in Texas have the right to fire you just because. Just say you're not going to work for COVID, they'll just fire you anyways, and don't have to cite the reason for it."
Right, but that they still have to. There's so many. You can actually take them to court for that too.
Right. That's
But
why
there's no
we
fucking
have
court right now.
unions, but they're not gonna. It being an at will, they can fire you for no reason, or they can make up a reason. If it's for a COVID test, then you'd have to make sure you're positive. You'd have evidence of that, and then you could try to sue them. But if you don't want to go to work because you think it's not safe, they can fire you, and now you're having to fight that in court. And if it's a large corporation, chances of you winning that very unlikely.
Right.
Or
Unless
you
you're
can just go
independent-
find another job, because obviously that company is shit.
Unless you're an
Right.
independent contractor, you don't have to worry about any other shit.
Or if
Yeah,
you're
I
part
mean,
of a union,
independent contractors are the ones that are suffering the most.
because no one will hire them.
I'm
Yeah,
one of them.
Sonic. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm actually labeled as an independent contractor, but for some reason, yet, yeah, we're us rideshare drivers. We're labeled as independent. Unless you're in California, then yeah, you're actually labeled as an employee, but you get taxed and all that stuff. But that's pretty much a different story.
Yeah, yeah, you're a Lyft driver, right?
Was a Lyft driver.
Was you quit? Fuck
No,
yeah.
it's more of a safety thing because, sure, Lyft put, I'll just say it right now. Sure, they put policies where it's like, oh, everybody's got to wear a mask and you have to sanitize at every ride. But here's the problem I have with that, okay? Because I've had a lot of passengers who are so entitled, it's not even funny. If I were to tell them, hey, wear a mask, they're like, oh, fuck you, I'm not going to wear a mask. I'll break your... Because there's video of that. There was a guy, he wore a mask, and he tells a guy behind him, say, hey, wear a mask. He's like, I'm not going to wear a mask against my rights. I'll break your fucking skull or some shit. And I was like, dude, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not going to fucking work for that with that shit.
Yeah.
And then the company would just be like, and then they tell you, oh, you have to sanitize your car after the ride. But what if in a situation where as soon as you drop them off, you immediately get a request for another ride? You can't really say no to it, because if you do, it's going to hurt you with your ratings and all that. And then that guy, like, that blew me. That kind of scared me too, because for me, my family my father and my mother, I'm sure they're okay with me telling this, they're in the high risk section with that. So I didn't want to bring the disease to them.
right.
And also a lot of people were so afraid we can't really get rides. And
Now you're competing for that position now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
So it's like, do you sanitize and risk missing this, or do you not sanitize and do it anyway?
And then I got to deal with people who fucking say, oh, it's against my rights and all that. Oh, this is a free country. I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with politics, man. It's about safety,
Yeah.
How selfish do you have to be for that? There's a lot of people who have family who have COVID in the hospitals. They have to say goodbye to them through FaceTime, and they can't say
Right.
goodbye to them physically, And I hope, and for me, like for those people who say that, I hope opening that one beer that you got at a bar, I hope it was worth someone dying and they can't properly say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
And sorry for
So,
ranting, but that's how it is.
No,
so
it's
they should
fucking
not
true. I feel
open.
the
I
exact
don't think
same.
I've ever heard Keyblade Sonic get like so passionate. I was like, whoa.
No,
No, that's
agree.
how. And when the Matsuri thing canceled, the one, hey, I hope the karma bites you in the ass. I got so fucking filed because people were like, oh, why are you guys hurting this guy? He just wanted a con. I'm like, you fucking don't understand it,
Yeah.
all right?
You're part of the problem.
Obviously, do not fucking get it, you stupid Karen. You obviously have no fucking
Yep.
clue.
Preach.
Yeah, no, I was completely pissed off too when that shit. Like, he's all like, well, thank you, John Denise, for trying your absolute best, for trying to
No.
have this convention.
No.
But all of y'all
No.
and y'all's negative comments and your negative statuses and your negative reporting on COVID, like,
You
y'all
with your
are
science
the,
and facts.
like,
Right.
y'all being negative is the reason why the convention is being canceled. My life is such suck. It sucks so much. It's such shit. It's so horrible that I want to have my con. I'm like, you stupid
That
fuck.
sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, and here's the thing. He was all like, oh, this is the only thing that keeps my mental state great. I'm like, dude, a con? No, dude. If anything,
Band-Aid
you really
for a
should talk
broken
to
leg.
somebody.
Yeah,
a
you need to
therapist,
see a fucking therapist.
Because if anything,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, after the con, you're still going to be the same way anyway. So
Yeah.
better, if anything, that's just temporary serotonin. And the reason I'm sorry if anybody, you're not known for me being all passionate and all this shit, because I have family who actually had this, who has this virus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's affected them. It's affected way close to me, and I'm sure it's okay for. A month ago, my mom was not feeling well. She took the test, came back positive. It's been a month now. She took a test last week. She got her results this week, negative. So she thankfully recovered.
Yep.
And meanwhile, there's people, like I said, there's people out there who don't seem to understand, this whole entitlement,
It's all fake.
Oh, I don't want.
They're
it's
not
like-
dying of that. What are you talking about? The virus is a hoax. That's what they all say.
Yeah, they
Fuck
always say
you.
that shit.
Fuck
and all
you
that.
until it happens to you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you would truly not understand until it happens to you. You're gonna like tape your mouth shut as soon as it happens to you.
Seriously.
So, I'm sorry if I got a little heated on that, but that's my
But
thing.
no,
on it.
it's the same thing that you can't take 5 minutes to really put yourself in that person's shoes. Like, so many people have kids, so many people have elderly parents or relatives that are at risk. And everyone just and there's a lot of people that have, that sense of entitlement. They get to just like walk around and do whatever. And it's like, are you fucking serious?
The big
How
issue is
selfish do you have to be that you are willing? And it's not just walking around. Then they have to get spiteful and add like, not even 2-year-olds would do this, to be completely honest. You've seen the videos out on Facebook of people actually trying to cough in people's faces after they're being told, put on a mask,
Oh
do
my
this,
God.
do that. And
Okay.
it's like, I am amazed that there are not more fist fights out there, to be completely honest. Because that is now assault. You just committed coughing on people now, knowing there's a pandemic. That's assault now.
bioterrorism.
And if someone hits you, that's self-defense.
I want to hear what Sonic has.
Sorry, go for it.
I want to hear what Sonic has to say, and after that, I have something to say.
I'm gonna be honest with that. When you brought up the whole coughing thing, my instincts will kick in. I will punch you in the face, regardless of your gender or race. If you fucking spit, if you cough and spit on me, I'm sorry. I will punch you in the face because you should not be doing that. And if you have to be so selfish to do that, you clearly should not be even going out. The fact
there's a special place in hell for some of these people.
And I'll give you an example. There was a couple of months ago when this whole pandemic was going on in like June or something like that. There was a barista at Starbucks where you have to wear a mask and all that. He tells this lady, fuck it, I'll just call her a Karen because she is a Karen. She told this Karen, hey, you have to wear a mask. Please wear a mask.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to wear a mask. And then she posted a photo. She took a photo of him and he was like, post on Facebook, was like, oh, this barista told me what to do. Look at this dumb motherfucker. I fuck this dude. And then it kind of backfired on her. And it turns out everybody was like, hey, we support this guy. And someone made a GoFundMe and that ended up raising almost like 10, 20 grand. And then recently she had the audacity to say, oh, well, I should get half of it.
For what?
Like, for what? You're the motherfucker who stupidly fucking said, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. And you expect to get rewarded for that? Fuck no.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw that. You're gonna run into a lot of people, especially in the TRF community. And I saw this shit earlier today, and somebody was like, well, we're not going to shut down TRF because we want to go and have fun. And if you're scared of the virus, it's just the flu. It's another flu. It's like the flu every year we get vaccines. I'm like, no, it's not. Because unlike the flu, COVID is spreading at a very alarming rate.
Not just that, you don't necessarily have a lot of these complications after having the flu. They're finding out now that just because you survive COVID,
you don't truly.
It's not the
recover.
end.
Yeah,
it's not the end. You have circulatory problems. You have respiratory problems. You have neurological problems. You have kidney issues. You have
hair loss.
You have all kinds of weird shit. Jace doesn't have anything to worry about.
Check that one off the list.
There's just so much more shit going on.
You lose
so it's
your
like,
beard.
okay, yeah. So
Don't you go there.
well, yeah. So like, okay, great. Say, fortunately, by the grace of whoever you believe in, if you believe in anything, your family member that does catch COVID survives COVID. That's not the fucking end of it. And you know what? My family members have a lot of other health issues that if they caught this, that's it. They're probably like The Walking Dead, only not like that Walking Dead.
Real quick, because I had something to say.
Go for it.
Just real quick. Diana says, speaking of the flu, my pharmacy, I went to pick up my refills. Recommended that I get my flu already. Yes, I am heavily recommending people to get your flu shots now. Get them
Please
now.
get your vaccinations, guys. Don't be those people either.
No. Get them now.
Yeah.
Because they
Don't do
already they already announced that there's going to be a shortage.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves. Don't risk it.
I don't
There
get
is
flu-
no point.
I don't get the flu vaccine because it costs money. And everybody froze except Jace.
Because I don't know what.
Oh no! Okay, you were so still. You were
just
so
still.
Yeah, we were
still.
like-
Okay,
The-
you're moving. She's moving a little bit.
Where?
I think she did freeze. Yeah, she did.
She's
freeze,
kind
I
of
know.
stuck.
Yeah, don't worry. Give her time. She'll probably come back up.
And I'm like, why did everyone but me and Jace freeze? Because you were so still.
Yeah.
Holy
And
crap!
also-
You
And
had
also-
you had a TRF story you wanted to continue on.
No, I'm not continuing on the TRF story. I'm gonna. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
continue on that one. So there's a lot of people in the TRF that are saying that they want the Texas Renaissance Festival to happen, no matter what. They don't want it to fuck with their good time. They don't want it to fuck with their experience of going out and drinking. First off, let's just put it out there. Raph is still frozen. We're just putting
No
it out
worries.
there.
But we can hear you.
Yes.
You can hear her.
No, you guys were all frozen.
Oh no, you're frozen to us.
You're frozen
Don't
on the podcast.
The whole thing was frozen.
No, you're
Oh, no.
oh, you're. What you can do is turn off your camera and then turn it back on, like on the Zoom call.
It should fix it or make it worse.
Freeze frame. Everybody stop.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Have a time.
Stay.
So there's a lot of people in the Texas Renaissance community that feel that this is not a big deal. A lot of these people are much older. They don't care anymore. They'd rather go out and have fun. And this seems to be the mindset, especially in the red conservative states, that COVID is not a big deal. It's overplayed. And that it's not as bad as people had predicted or estimated or projected. The thing that people don't understand about projection numbers are, this is how bad. Okay, we are projecting that I will have this many soaps. Okay, let's pretend these soaps are like COVID, right? This is how many we're predicting we're gonna
That's
have.
at least 6 COVIDs.
But we need to do something. Okay, so we do something. We fix it. So by the time we're done, fuck, these two are stuck together. So I'm just gonna.
You have 2 now.
So now this is what the actual number we have. People are like, that's not what you told us. That's not what you said. You said it would be this much, and it's this much.
Right.
Yes, it's this much because we did something. It's this much because we wore masks. It's this much because we social distanced. It's this much because we shut shit down. We stayed at home. We quarantined like we were supposed to. We kept our fucking heads down. We tried our best to do what we had to do to save some of our family. Because a lot of us have family members that if they catch the fucking virus, they're done. They're done. And just like Sonic, I have not put this out there. A lot of people don't know this, but I have family members that have the virus or had it. My brother was in the hospital for weeks on a fucking machine. How do you think I fucking felt? How do you think I felt knowing that my brother's in the hospital? Like really suffering from this. And I'm right here talking to y'all, laughing, making jokes, reporting on these cons, inviting guests, promoting the channel. I have to put on my podcast, okay? There were some days where I did cancel the podcast. Yes. I'm like, okay, I have a family emergency. I can't do it today. I mean, why do you think that was? There were just some days where I wasn't feeling it, so I just wanted to sleep all day, or I just overslept, or, hey, you're back. You're not frozen. How do you think I fucking feel? How do you think I fucking feel?
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, shit's gonna happen, but the show must go on. That is a very WWE mentality, but it's true. The show is like time. It waits for no one, and it will keep going forward, and it will leave you behind. People need to understand. When I went out for the first time to the store, when the pandemic was still, this was like in April. I went to the store for the first time. After we had been like, every day we're forcing everybody to stay home and wear a mask. I'm wearing a mask, and I have my Power Ranger helmet to cover my face. This one dude was like really close to me, and I'm like, dude, hey, can you like back off? He was, oh, sorry. He was like less than a foot away from me. He's inches away. I'm like, sir, can you back the fuck up, please? He's like, what's your problem? Well, first off, you're in my personal space, and we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. Oh, well, and oh, you're one of those people. You think it's like, you think COVID's a night. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about COVID. You're in my personal space. You either back the fuck up, or we're gonna have a fucking problem. He's like, you have a problem with me? And I told him, like, I will kick you in the dick so fucking hard, sir, so you don't spawn the world with another little piece of shit like you. Sam's Club staff had to come out there and break us up.
Mm-hmm.
People need to get this shit through their fucking heads. A lot of us have lives beyond the podcast. Oh, there are a lot of people that are close to us that have the virus, especially when it gets this close to home. My grandparents, if they catch the virus, they're done. If my mom catches the virus, she won't recover. My brother caught it, and it hit him really hard. My mom has relatives. The virus hit them so badly, they were in the hospital for so long, they had to go through physical therapy to learn how to function as a human being again. People will treat this pandemic like it's a fucking joke because this country is so goddamn entitled. Well, the mask is unjust. It goes against my rights. No, it doesn't. As a matter of fact, they've already ruled that the governments can force you to wear a mask. Look up Supreme Court trial of 1905.
The fact that Texas and Florida haven't done more just proves that, we've just failed overall as a society.
Hell, like, you have our governor open 75% capacity, and then all the cases come up. He's like, well, how did that happen?
Who'd have thought?
Gee, who would have thought that, huh?
Sir, we are at 75%. We are 75% open. Hooray! That sounds like a good deal. Yeah, but now we have 100,000 people infected. Oh, well, fuck. Damn people! I told you to social distance.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. And you know what? Here's another thing. This past weekend there was a concert, and you know what? It's a little wrestling related because Fozzy, the lead singer, is AEW superstar Chris Jericho. He did a concert with no social distancing and no masks. He tries to explain that.
It was also indoor.
And indoors, which made it worse too.
Jesus.
And he tries to explain, it's like, well, everyone's had some protocol and all that. I'm like, motherfucker, you're wrestling this week live, but you have to be tested and all. Sure, temperatures don't really mean much.
Mm-mm.
You have to not only temperature, you have to like do the swabbing thing in your nose and all that. You're putting people's risks at lives for a concert. That shouldn't have been happening.
Yeah, no, I know all about that. It's not just a wrestling thing. It's an actual It's a in general thing because it was an event. They had a few hundred people there. It was 35% capacity. They had more than 300 people there. There was a mosh pit. People were crowding the stage. It looked like a regular concert. Nobody was wearing masks. There was obviously no social distancing if it looks like a regular concert. It's indoors. The band is really close to the audience. They did take temperatures at the door, but pretty much they're checking for COVID procedures. You got COVID? No. Good enough for me. Enjoy.
Exactly.
They did
And
have
as we've
masks.
all learned, a lot of the people passing it around don't show symptoms.
Asymptomatic.
That's what that means,
And
boys and girls.
That's the scary part. Like, you could have the virus without even knowing it.
Yeah.
And
that's the whole thing. Because we reopened wrong. They said, the scientists and the doctors all recommended, when it's been 2 weeks and cases go down, then we can reopen.
cases were going down, unfortunately.
But not to the rate that they actually needed to be. And that's why, unfortunately, we opened up prematurely, and this is what's happening. That's why countries in Europe are able to kind of go back to a semblance of normality, because they listened to their,
And let me
scientists and
right.
government leaders, and Korea and Japan. Yeah, the rest of the world can go back to living like normal because they did what they were supposed to do. America's like, fuck that shit. I already know what I'm doing.
What did you have to say?
And here's the thing. Here's the sad part of it too. Scientists said that if everyone wore a mask for 6 weeks, it could reduce the rate by like 90%.
But no one's gonna fucking do it.
And I said to myself, that's the problem. No, not everybody's gonna listen.
Yep.
Most of us are. They're gonna be all selfish. They're gonna be all stubborn. They'll be like, "Oh, this thing isn't real. Oh, they don't know nothing." But as soon as it hits them home, close to home, they'll be like zipping their mouth, and that's
Karma's
they're
a
gonna be
bitch,
like,
ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, I'll admit, when I go to the taco truck, I don't wear a mask. Did Raph free? Okay, I thought you free. Man, you guys can stay so still. Y'all just like, y'all won't blink, y'all won't move, y'all won't do shit for like 30 seconds.
I do that on a regular.
Yeah,
No,
like Diana said,
you
one
have
of our
to
viewers,
constantly move. You're just like, wait,
and
that's
one
me.
of our viewers, Diana,
I
even
said it all
said
the
that
time.
New Zealand, they didn't have a case for 100 days. I mean, just now they actually have a couple of cases, but overall they actually knew what they were doing. At one point, they were like COVID free.
Because they don't have.
Wait, Diana said that?
Yeah, that actually did
No.
happen. New Zealand.
No, but
No,
it
that's
was David. David
sorry.
said that.
I'm sorry. I just the letters are so small on the screen. It's just like I couldn't.
It's
tell.
okay. It's okay. We were just.
I've got one thing that I keep thinking of every time people consider this a conspiracy theory to take away our rights. Conspiracy theories usually follow like how people can get rich, get money, control people's minds. Follow the money in this situation. The NFL is facing a financial crisis. College football is shutting down. You have major companies hemorrhaging money. If this was a conspiracy theory, all these politicians would have no money in their pockets because they want this stuff open. If this was fake, if this was real, like it is, that's where all
Disney's
these
losing like
companies
$5 billion bucks.
They're shutting down because it's real.
Hey,
If it
Black
was
Sonic,
fake,
real quick.
they would do it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Black Sonic, are you working? Let me know. Text me real quick because Raising Cane's. I love their. No, I'm so sick of Whataburger.
Oh,
calling the police.
I love Whataburger, but you can have too much of like I had it twice this fuck. I don't eat fast food that much. I've had it twice in a single week, and I'm just. I like
Ruin your colon.
Want something different?
It's just because I really enjoy Raising Cane's lemonade.
Yeah, they're really good.
Their chicken's not that great. Damn it.
Their chicken's okay. I like their toast. If you put it on the chicken, make a sandwich. There you go. Couple quick sandwiches.
Their toast has no fucking butter. It's just
You don't
toast.
have to- That's Texas toast for you.
So it's supposed to be dry?
I guess. I don't know.
So what are they trying to say? We're a dry state?
Yes.
No.
I mean, it's Texas. What do you expect?
I like how when everybody think of Texas, they think deserts, cactuses, cowboy
hats. Yeah,
and horses on the
funny
freeway.
Funny story. My dad thought of that when he first moved in here.
Where's all the horses?
I know, like, you know how expensive a horse is?
Yeah, it's ridiculously priced. And then if it breaks its leg, you got to unfortunately kill
So
it.
my big thing is like if this was a hoax, then the rich people would be running this shit, but it's not.
Yeah.
So
Sonic, go get Raising Cane's, please.
Raph, what's up?
Yeah, you had you had something to say, but we went on a tangent about.
I was
Raising
acknowledging in the comments that the other thing. So one of the things that this pandemic has shown us is just really how broken a lot of our systems here are. Our schooling system, our healthcare system. our unemployment system, our like financial and whatever aids, and everyone's has been going on like, oh, take away like food stamps and SNAP and all of this, and it's like you don't understand how this affects people, and we just can clearly see now better than ever how all of this just interconnects, and all because this virus shut us down. The entire country is basically falling apart. Agree. Another reason why that the other countries are able to reopen again is because they were able to provide better financial aid to their citizens to allow them to stay home without fear of being like evicted and whatever. We haven't been doing enough to make sure that, some people have done their part. Good for them. Great for you. But there were still some people that were trying to evict their tenants just last month. And it's like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. What are they supposed to do?
Well, yeah, because the fucking renters protection program ended before the
on the 31st.
Right.
Right.
A couple of weeks last week.
Yes. No, but exactly, like stuff like that. And I had like other points, but just all of these things have just compounded. And again, we just can really see now, people that actually have eyes, actually understand how the world works, can actually see our country is broken. Sure, you can express your opinions and you can say what you want, and you don't have to, and you can practice what you preach when you do it, but it doesn't really amount to a hill of beans. If
a hill of beans?
I've heard the saying before. It's a real saying.
If you can't have affordable housing, if you can't pay, and if you don't have good a living wage to prevent this kind of bullshit, and when you have someone who and when you have people running our government the way they are, slashing all these protections that we had in place, well, no fucking I'm honestly surprised that we haven't, like I said, I've been saying it like since 2016. I'm surprised we haven't had a second civil war yet, or a second technically revolution.
We're lazy.
Not entirely that lazy. We've been having all these protests and stuff. People are getting kidnapped now. The world has just turned, this country especially has just turned on its fucking head. It's gotten insane.
Look, I'm not,
Well, we also, to be fair, we had a president who thought that the Spanish flu ended World War II, even though they were like 20, 30 years apart.
Yeah, we have a president that wanted to once nuke a hurricane as a way of getting rid of it.
Oh, two. I thought you said 1%. I was like, no, it was the same year. My bad.
No, yeah, our president.
I had a brain fart. I was like, wait, what?
He wanted to nuke a hurricane.
Right.
Our president also, when inviting the Super Bowl team to the White House, when the cooks had gone on strike, he ordered a shitload of McDonald's.
That was the college football.
It was college football?
No.
Yeah. And I wonder
what.
And there's a running joke. There's a running joke for that. It's like, he bought a ton of McDonald's for us, but what's for dessert? Ice cream machine's broken.
Ah, shit.
We have a real topic that we have to bring up momentarily, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow. This is a big fucking issue that I have. It's about Raisin Cane's. Because David
dry ass bread.
David says the sauce makes it great. I'm sorry, but when you have to rely on a sauce to make the food good, it speaks volumes. You should never have to rely on the damn sauce.
Preach.
The shit should already taste good. There's shit.
I'm sorry to all the people who like Raisin Cane's. I don't like the sauce. The sauce
I like the sauce, but that
the sauce is okay.
I replaced the sauce with barbecue sauce, and that actually tastes 100 times better.
The sauce is okay,
no offense
but
to anybody.
The chicken should taste good. Like, they don't put seasoning on it.
Good
it's dry as fuck,
shit.
yeah.
You can tell that it's made by
white
happy, preppy, white people.
Welcome
to Raisin Cane, sir. How can we help you today?
I knew a guy in high school who worked at Popeyes. He accidentally switched seasonings. He put apple cinnamon on a chicken, and then when the customer had it, he's like, "Hey, who made this chicken?" He's like, "He did." I was like, "Dude, this is actually really good. Holy shit!" Apple cinnamon chicken. Hell yeah!
I like the war that went on between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. They had the meme that said, it was the meme. It showed the Chick-fil-A guy, and it was like, "What a blessed day. How may we help you today, sir?" And then Popeyes like, "Boy, what the fuck you want?"
Yeah,
That
actually,
is Popeyes.
I actually have a meme. Actually, I want to share it to you guys, to the group chat. So
That has happened at a Popeyes. We went to a Popeyes in Austin, and the girl's yelling is, "What the fuck you mean you want? That's not what we serve." She said, "Fuck." And you could hear him over the intercom because I was outside ordering. I'm like, "Oh my god." Popeyes, the ghettoer the restaurant is, the better the food tastes.
Oh,
The conversation
especially on
was derailed.
Tuesdays.
Like the comment from Mitchell's, I'm done with this podcast. It was doing good. You're having a real conversation. Then with issues in America, then it got derailed by people with do not have taste buds.
Fine, we won't talk about raising.
He's white. He's white. Ignore him.
Ignore him. But we will talk about fried chicken tomorrow. Because fried
Let's
chicken.
talk about food.
We have a guest tomorrow as well.
Oh fuck, we can't talk about fried chicken.
I'm
tomorrow.
sure I'll send it
Why?
to him. It's like we're also going to talk about fried chicken, so put that on your dossier. Brad Duct Tape Hell, a cosplayer up in the northwest in the Chi-Town area.
You know, there's little fun fact. There are only 4 Popeyes buffets left in the world, and all 4 of them are in Louisiana.
Yeah,
They
what
Sounds
did you
about right.
expect?
possibly exist.
We took a 4-hour road trip just
There's
to go to
there's
one.
a YouTube video about that.
We need to. We did do a live stream actually, back in the day.
oh, that sounds fun. We should do that again once everything
I got-
actually opens up and
I
it's
got
safe.
recommended that video. It was old.
I think you watched it. I'm not sure.
I got recommended it. Like, this is like 4 years old. What the hell? So I
It
watched
was 4 years ago. We went to Louisiana. We went to we were looking for the Popeyes buffet. After we were done, we went to Target, and after that, we went to go hang out with some friends that were LARPing, and then I got hit in the nuts, and then we went home.
See, I saw that and I thought it was new. I was like, when the fuck did you go to Popeyes?
What the fuck? Why is he traveling? We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
It was like 4 years. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Guess this Colonel Sanders. He's. Oh man, who has the best macaroni?
Ooh.
I don't. get
Golden
macaroni when I
Corral
go
has the
places.
best. Luby's has the best macaroni, but since Luby's is going
They
away,
used to.
they're gone.
They
It's
used-
gone. Yeah, Luby's all gone. dude.
They've been temporarily closed for like a month or so.
No, but
Yeah.
they're going out of business.
Yeah, I
Right.
think they're actually, some of them are actually shutting down. The Luby's that used to be in 290, that shut down.
Mhm.
The one on Mason shut down.
Mhm.
Pretty much a lot of them. I think the one that was open at one point was the one near Beltway 8 and the West Park Tollway. Yeah.
I will. Okay, so this is a really bad idea, but I'm actually looking into going into the last Blockbuster within the next 2 months or so.
Because Airbnb.
Became an Airbnb.
Oh, that's right.
I-
No, not
Oh,
because of
yeah.
Would go, but I'm about to start a new job.
that. I'll come harass you.
I would like to go, but, obviously, until everything's safe to go, sure.
I'm worried that Blockbuster has my debt
fees.
still in
Oh, your
there.
fees transfer there. On
$43,296.
I still have 2 games rented from Hollywood Video. I don't think they'll ever come back from me.
What if I return this Duke Nukem Forever video game? Could we just wipe that debt clean?
why the fuck did you rent Duke Nukem?
I like Duke.
Forever.
Okay,
Forever?
PlayStation Duke Nukem is fine. Oh, you said forever?
Yeah, the one
Oh,
that came out
Duke-
on 360.
That was just the first one that popped in my head. But Duke Nukem for
3D.
the good ones, not
Yeah,
the
the-
bad ones.
OG Duke Nukem.
It's still John St. John or something, right?
Yeah.
He did the voice for him all.
Cocaine chicken would be horrible. Did Chef Bender not teach you anything? LSD.
Coco Chicken.
Two spoonfuls of LSD.
Oh, that was also on an episode of Paradise PD on Netflix. They were making fried chicken with drugs as the batter, and everybody became addicted to it.
Wasn't it like a South Park episode where like Cartman was pretty much doing like a mafia thing, but with KFC?
Yeah, because KFC got banned for some reason.
Yeah, it got replaced by Menacito fried chicken, and then
We
Randy
need to go
grew
to
balls in
Pollos
the whole-
Hermanos.
Los Pollos Hermanos. We should go to Pollo Campero.
You know which
Pollo
one I
means
will not
chicken.
go to, though? You know which one I will not go to?
Yes.
Pollo Loco, because their chicken is dry as fuck.
It's grilled. What do you expect?
They don't even grill it right.
It's not that. It's I don't know. I only went there
I've
once
had
5 years
grilled
ago. I
chicken.
never
They
went
had
back.
a lot of
Delicious.
locations and then they closed down like super quick all of a sudden.
Because
That
they
was kind of
suck.
weird.
Carl's Jr. They don't even have any here in Houston anymore.
Right.
Carl's
All
Jr.
of them-
sucks, too.
It
It's a
tastes
good
like,
conversation for tomorrow.
yeah, let's talk
Carl's
about that.
Jr. tastes like
Oh
Jack
yeah,
in
we
the
got
Box.
we got something to do.
Tastes like Burger King to me.
Tastes like
Everybody
Jack in
out,
the Box.
everyone out there, John Bailey, the wonderful guest we had yesterday, is going to be doing a live stand-up routine on on Flappers Comedy Club. I have a link for it. I'll post it in the comments once we're all set here. If you guys like to go there, $15 a ticket. We're all going to be over there watching it. And
I thought it was free.
Well, it's free for you. It's free for you guys. I bought them because I wanted to go do it.
I would have told you no.
Too bad. If he doesn't go, then I'm going to have someone else watch.
A giveaway.
God damn it! If you would have told me, I would have told you no. We'll use the $15.
He said it was $15 yesterday when he said it too. So
I forgot, and I haven't rewatched that far into the video.
That's why I'm here.
Look, just be happy I remember he was here yesterday.
Still shaking from it. But we have a guest tomorrow. Well, there'll be a post about it. And
we have a guest every day for the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
And working on a guest for next week. Big news. We'll have an advertisement for that coming out soon. Once we have a date picked.
Well, I don't have any news. I don't have any announcements to report because he just reported all of them for me. So we're working on guests for next week. We definitely have a Anime District. I'm going to see if I can get one of the admins on here to talk about the group. Anime District is a big group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Going to get some cosplayers from probably overseas. We're going to get I'm going to get a couple DJs to get on here and come talk about their DJing.
Sure.
Dustin Johnsons.
So that's it.
I'm still thinking because I got chicken on the mind now. Like,
took the wind right out of his sails.
He did. He took all my announcements. I was like, fuck.
What do I got to say now?
What do I do?
It's getting close to 9.
Do I keep talking about chicken?
No.
All right, well, we got a good show to go catch. So thank you for, if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up because it'll share the video with other. Why are you already waving?
Hand gestures.
Jazz hands.
If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications so you can be notified every time we upload a video or go live, and hit that thumbs up because the way the YouTube algorithm works, it will share the video with more people if you hit the thumbs up. We are a community of geeks, so if you have any questions, plus we're going to be doing more content. We're going to be releasing more videos, live streams even, just like the Death Battle one. The Death Battle live stream will be exclusive on Facebook only to avoid getting in trouble with YouTube. We also, if you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. We're trying to become Twitch partners. Also, if you're watching us on Facebook, follow us, hit the like, follow us, and share this with your friends. Invite your friends to come watch our podcast. If you know anybody in a band that's a DJ, or anybody like an artist or a voice actor even. I was looking at Raph.
Oh, were you? To me, you're over here, so you were looking like down in this corner.
Okay, wait. Okay,
just stare at the screen.
So, which am I looking at you now?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have other friends. I will ask them.
I didn't know. I didn't say you had to.
I will anyway.
I got chicken to go buy.
We'll go buy some chicken. I'll go ask some more people I know.
I will go ask the chicken to be a guest on the podcast. like I said, follow us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us. Hit the like button. Share this with your friends. Invite them to come watch. Plus, we're going to be doing a video where we answer your questions. So we're going to have this thing where you can email us. We're going to have a mailbox so you can mail us questions. And they'll be anonymous. They will not be on the stream.
Ooh.
And we will answer them like, hello and welcome to... And then we're going to... since I order so much fucking shit on the internet anyway, I'm going to start holding on to the boxes and we're going to do like openings and revealings and every Friday, hopefully. Every Saturday. Since I don't upload contents on Saturdays, I will do...
a Saturday unboxing.
Also, we're working on I'm working on a special podcast. These guys have the day off. On a Saturday, I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, but on a Saturday, Deacon Rap, Under Subsidence, and maybe one more guest will be on the podcast. And we're going to do a musician, like a musician circle where we're going to talk about the music industry because they're all up and coming artists and they're going to share tips, advice, and, what to do. If you have any questions about that. All right, guys. Like I said, I am Jesse Goku, Jace, Keyblade Sonic, and Raph, and we are telling you to have a bear night. Bears. And I only have $3.
Same. Take care, y'all.